So let's have a look over here, and we're going to start by looking at some sentences. And we're going to look at these prepositions here and figure out which preposition fits inside the sentence, okay? So Sarah, try number 1 here, okay? And then you're going to choose a preposition and put the preposition into the sentence, okay? So go ahead and try number 1.
After jumping into the cold pool, the swimmers began to shiver.
That's right, very good. So into's the correct preposition here. So after jumping into the cold pool. Very good. You got that right. All right, now let's continue. Let's move on. Go ahead, try number 2.
Rafael lives in the eastern part of Venezuela, some 200 miles from Caracas at 80 feet above sea level.
That's right, very good. So when we talk about sea level, you're going to see there's certain words that are always together. Certain words that are always together. So 18 feet above sea level, always above sea level. So those are words that always fit together. Okay, hi Anusha. Hi, go ahead and unmute, and I'm going to have you do number 3 here. Okay, so you can try number 3. So what I want you to do, Anusha, is choose one of these prepositions here and then put it inside the sentence for number 3. So go ahead and try that.
Jan plans to visit Arizona at the middle of spring.
Yeah, so the best choice for this is probably going to be around. So sometimes we use around. Around has different meanings. One meaning of around is around, like a circle, right? But when we talk about around, means approximately. So another word for around means something like approximately. Approximately. So another word for around is like approximately. Means close to. So approximately or close to something. So not exactly the middle of spring, maybe March, maybe April, maybe May. We don't know exactly. So the best choice is around. So Nusha, try that one more time. Put around inside.
Jan plans to visit Arizona around the middle of spring.
Very good. Nice job. All right, let me clear this. Let's make a little room. Let's go down. Okay, Sarah, go ahead and try number 4, please.
Did you meet the guest speaker in the conference?
Okay, very good. So this right here, what we want to do is when we have a conference, this word conference, and conference means meeting, the best preposition we're going to use is going to be at the conference. So this is always, you're going to see as we study these prepositions today, you're always going to see certain words together. So one of the words that we're going to see together is going to be at the conference. Let me go ahead and put this in here. At the conference or at the meeting. Okay, at the conference. So when we have a conference, we have at the conference. That's the best choice for this. Okay, good. Anusha, try number 5, please.
The presidential candidate's speech today was inconsistent to his remarks made at previous gatherings.
Okay, good. So here's another one we're always together. We're going to look at some words that are always together. So the ones that we see that are always together, for this one is going to be inconsistent with. Inconsistent with. Inconsistent with. This means does not match. Not the same as. Okay, so we say inconsistent with. This means when someone says something today that's different from what they said yesterday, we say inconsistent with, not the same, does not fit. Okay, Anusha, read number 5 again. Put with inside for that preposition, please.
The presidential candidate's speech today was inconsistent with his remarks made at previous gatherings.
Good, nice job. Okay, very good. So let's clear that. Hi, Hyrong. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have you do the next one here. So Hyrong, I want you to do number 6, please.
Assignments were equal the divide for the 5 workday student in the community education department.
Okay, very good. Let's look at this. So there's 2 choices here that would be acceptable. You can either use among or between. And they're very close in meaning. Among and between means we're going to make a split. I give some to this person and I give some to this person. Okay, so let's use this one here, among. Among. So among is a preposition that means when we give some to different people. Okay, so split or give to different people. Okay, so this is what we can think of with among. So listen to me read this for pronunciation, and then I'm going to have you do it again, Hyrong. So the way we can read number 6 with the preposition inside should sound like this. The assignments were equally divided among the 5 work-study students in the community education department. Okay, Hyrong, try that.
The assignments were equal divided among the 5 work-study students in the community education department.
Very good, nice job. So that's among, okay, putting among inside. Okay, very good, let's clear that. Make a little room here. Okay, hi Bindu.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'm gonna have you do number 7. Go ahead and read number 7 and try to put one of these prepositions inside, please.
Okay. We try to discourage the students to writing on topics that were too difficult for them to complete successfully.
Good. Okay, nice. So your pronunciation's good on that. Let's choose the right word to put inside. So what we're going to look at is the discourage. When we use this word discourage, we always want to use a special word. So we want to use discourage from. Always discourage from. And what does that mean exactly? So I'm going to write it here. I'm going to give you a little bit of note. So discourage from means to stop someone from doing something. So for example,
Okay.
maybe you have kids, you have children, and your children like to eat lots of candy. And you know that candy, it's not good to eat too much candy. So you want to discourage your children from eating candy. Discourage your children from. So always discourage from together. So read that one more time, Bindu, number 7, and use from as the preposition.
Okay. We try to discourage the students from writing on topics that were too difficult for them to complete successfully.
Good, nice job. Very good. All right, so now let's continue. Sarah, I'm gonna have you go for number 8, please.
Number 8, both soccer and football teams consist of 11 active players for each team on the field.
Good, nice job. That's right. Okay, so consist of. These words are always together, so that was the right choice. So always consist of. That means the parts of something, the parts. Consist of means the parts. So the team consists of 11 parts, 11 active players. My family consists of 4 people. How many people in your family? Consists of 4 people. So you can talk about it like that. All right, so let's clear this. Let's make a little room and we'll go down. All right, guys, let's do number 9. Anusha, can I have you do number 9, please?
Educators are trying to do away from the new mathematics because it has been as successful as they had hoped.
Okay, good. Okay, so what we're going to see here is that when we see do away, always with a special word, a special preposition. So it's always do away with, do away with. And what does this mean? So let's look at this. So do away with. This means to get rid of, okay? Or basically another way to think about it, it could be even to throw away or not want. Okay, so do away with. So that means not want or put away or throw away or do not use. Do away with, get rid of. Okay, Anusha, read number 9 again and use that preposition to put inside.
Some educators are trying to do away with the new mathematics because it has not been as successful as they had hoped.
Good, nice job. Very good. All right, let's do a couple more. All right, now Rosalva, are you there? Hi, Rosalva, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good, you're outside today, looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you do number 10, please. So go ahead and choose a preposition to put inside.
Yes. As I travel, on over China, on the in China on the train, I saw beautiful landscape, all building in quaint village.
Yeah, quaint villages.
Quaint. Okay.
Yeah, good. So let's talk about this. So yeah, so you thought about it and then you chose the right answers. The right answer is in.
And
And why is this? It's because that when we talk about a country, it's always in a country. So in the United States, in California, you talk about states too. So in California, or you know, in El Salvador, in China, in India, in Nepal. So in a lot of different places. So in a country, that's right. Okay, and this word, this might be a word, Bindu, yes, you have a question?
yes, if a country and state, I know, but if it's come with the society by Irvine, so can we use
Okay, for cities.
yeah,
All right, yeah, so I traveled in Irvine. Yeah, okay, city, not so much. Well, I'll give you an example. So let me show you an example when you can use in. So let's say you say where you live, Bindu. Okay, so you say, I live in the city, in Irvine. So you can say, I live in Irvine. That's how you would say that, right? So, but here, so in this kind of phrase, if I want to use it with traveled, I can't say I traveled in Irvine because Irvine's very small. So it needs to be a little bit bigger. So California is pretty big. So I can say I traveled in California. Yeah, so let me flip this around and let me put this in some sentences so you guys can see. Okay, so here's some examples. Okay, so let's say, okay, so watch. I traveled in the United States. Okay. I traveled in California. Okay, I can also do, but now if I want to do Irvine, we can say I traveled to Irvine. I can't say I traveled in Irvine because Irvine's pretty small compared to California, the United States. So we'd have to change the preposition here. So when it's a city, you're going to use something like to. Or you can say, another one you can say is I traveled around Irvine, inside the city. Okay, so those are ones that are okay. But if we want to say the ones the times we use in, we can use in for a state
Big
or
state.
for a country, yeah, but not a city. Okay, so that's a good question. All right, very good, guys. Okay, so let's see where we're at with this. Okay, so we'll do some more of this. We'll finish this up. We'll continue with this page and the next page tomorrow. So now we've had a little bit of time to do our everyday English, and we have enough students here, so now we can go ahead and get started with our lesson for today. Okay, so we've been working on everyday English. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to be working on our topic of thinking about climate change. Thinking about climate change. This is our objective for today. So we're going to be working on thinking about climate change. Okay, so let's jump into this. Let's have a look. Let's go over here. So thinking about climate change. Okay, so if I say the words climate change, Hairong, what do you think of when I say climate change? What do you think about? What does that mean to you, climate change?
Before the climate is bad, now it's changing bigger.
Okay, so you think it means it's getting better. Okay,
Yeah.
so climate change typically is usually, this is actually, so climate change, when we talk about this,
Your voice is breaking.
Yeah, can I hear you?
okay, hold on.
Your voice is not clear.
Hello?
Give it a sec.
Hello? Hello? Can I hear you?
Your voice is breaking.
Okay, hold on.
Your voice is not clear.
Okay,
Hello?
so the internet was just a little. Okay, so as I was, climate change is talking about a negative. So it's talking about the weather, the environment.
Hello? Hello? Can I hear you?
Your voice is breaking.
Okay, hold on.
Your voice is not clear.
Okay, first. Okay,
Hello?
so this is the internet was just that you guys think about. If I say climate change to you, what do you think about? Bindu, what are some other things? Okay, say climate change. What do you think about? Climate change
Yesterday we
is talking
talked
about a
about
negative.
everything,
So it's talking about the
so
weather,
that I can repeat.
just tell me a little bit.
Hello?
Just
Hello?
I'm just trying to
Can I hear you?
refresh your memory so we can
Your
remember
voice is
things
breaking.
that we can talk about.
Okay, the atmosphere,
Your voice is not
the
clear.
carbon dioxide, the
Okay,
industrial
first.
and
Okay,
the
so this is the
car
internet was just that you guys think about. If I say climate change to you,
produce so much.
what do you think about? Bindu, what are some other things? Okay,
say
so as I was,
Hello.
climate change
Yesterday we
is talking
talked
about a
about
negative. So
everything,
it's talking about the
so
weather,
that I can repeat.
just tell me a little bit.
Hello?
Just
Hello?
I'm just trying
Can I
to
hear you?
refresh your memory so we can
Your
remember
voice is
things
breaking.
that we can talk about.
Okay, the atmosphere,
Your voice is not clear.
the carbon dioxide, the industrial and the car
Okay, first. Okay, so this is the internet was just that you guys think about. If I say climate change to you, what do you think about? Bindu, what are some other things? Okay, so as I was, climate change is talking about a negative. So it's talking about the weather, the environment.
industrial
First.
and
Okay,
the
so this is the
car
internet was just that you guys think about. If I say climate change to you,
produce so much.
what do you think about? Bindu, what are some other things? Okay,
so
as I was,
Hello.
climate change
Yesterday we
is talking
talked
about a
about
negative. So it's
everything,
talking about the
so
weather,
that I can repeat.
just tell me a little bit.
Hello?
Just
Hello?
I'm just trying
Can I
to
hear you?
refresh your memory so we can
Your
remember
voice is
things
breaking.
that we can talk about.
Okay, the atmosphere,
Your voice is not
the
clear.
carbon dioxide, the The
Okay.
industrial
Okay,
and
so this is the internet
the
is good, guys. Think about it. If I say climate change to you,
produce so
yep,
much.
what do you think about? Bindi, what are some other
Yeah,
things?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as I was
Hello.
climate change
Yesterday
is
we
talking
talk
about
about the
negative.
fuel
It's talking
of
about the weather,
that I can cars
the
and
yeah, just talking a little
industrial.
bit. Just I'm just trying to
How you-
refresh your memory so we can
Your
remember
voice is
Carbon
breaking.
dioxide, they produce carbon dioxide in the
Okay.
air. The atmosphere,
That's
Your
right. Okay,
voice
so
is not
factories,
clear.
carbon
okay, they
dioxide,
produce
the
the
industrial
carbon.
and
Okay, so this is the
the
internet
power.
is good, guys. Think about it. If I say climate change to you,
Produce so
yep,
much.
what do you think
Carbon
about? Bindi, what are some
Yeah,
other
yes.
things? Okay, so as I was yesterday,
Hello.
climate change
Yesterday we
is talking
talk
about
about the
negative.
fuel
It's
of
talking about the
that
weather,
I can cars
the
and
yeah, just talking a little bit.
industrial.
Just I'm just trying to
How you-
refresh your memory. And this means
Your voice is
Carbon
breaking.
dioxide, they produce
that
carbon dioxide
carbon
in the
dioxide.
air. The atmosphere,
That's
Your
right. Okay,
voice
so
is not
factories,
clear.
carbon
okay, they
dioxide,
produce has an effect.
the industrial and
Okay, so this is the
power.
internet is good, guys. Think about it. If I say climate change to you,
Produce so
yep,
much.
what do you think
Carbon
about? Bindi, what are some
Yeah,
other
yes.
things? Okay, so as I was yesterday, climate change
Yesterday we
is talking
talk
about
about the
negative.
fuel
It's talking
of
about the weather,
that I can cars
the
and
yeah, just talking a little bit.
industrial.
Just I'm just trying to
How you-
refresh your memory. And this means
Your voice is
Carbon
breaking.
dioxide, they produce carbon dioxide
carbon
in the
dioxide.
air. The atmosphere,
That's
Your
right. Okay,
voice
so
is not
factories, if I say
clear.
climate
carbon
change, what do you
dioxide,
think about? Has an effect.
the industrial and
Okay, so this is the
power.
internet is good, guys. Think about it. If I say climate change to you,
Produce so
yep,
much.
what do you think about? Bindi, what are some other
Yeah,
things?
yes.
Okay, so as I was yesterday, climate change
Yesterday we
is talking
talk
about
about the
negative.
fuel
It's talking
of
about
Use plastic reduce.
good.
Reduce
So reduce plastic.
and reduce of plastic and don't use chemical cleaner and instead of natural cleanser.
Yeah, very good. So those are all different things right there. So using natural cleaners, okay? So using these kinds of things, these are ways that we can reduce pollution. So we're going to be working on this topic of climate change. We're going to be talking about a couple different things today. So we're going to be talking about problems with climate change, and we're also going to be talking about solutions with climate change. So how to fix climate change. We're going to talk about these two things today. Okay. All right. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to review some vocabulary from yesterday, and then we're going to use it in a little bit of reading. Okay. So let's look at some of these words here. So I'm going to give you a word, and I want you to help me choose A or B, and we're going to find the definition for this word. All right. Okay. Rosalva, I'm going to have you unmute, please. Okay. Rosalva, so number one, escape. Escape. Do you think that means to get out or to change? Which one would you choose? Which
Get out.
definition? That's right. Good. Escape is to get out. Okay, very good. So another word for escape is to get out, to escape, to get out. Okay, very good. Okay, Rosa. Rosa, go ahead on mute. Rosa, atmosphere, what do you think it means? Do you think it means A, mixture of gases that surround the earth, or B, half of a large sphere? Which is the right answer for atmosphere?
Letter A, mixture of gases that are around the earth.
That's right. So atmosphere is the gases that are around the earth, the gases that are around the earth. Good. Okay, Anusha, go ahead and mute. Okay, number three, we have fossil fuels. A says a substance such as coal or oil that is formed in the ground and can be burned for power, or B, an energy source that comes from the heat of the sun. What do you think the right answer is for fossil fuels?
E, a substance that is from in the ground and can be burned for power.
That's right. Very good. Yeah. So fossil fuels, you guys already know fossil fuels, even if you don't know the
Yes.
names, right? So fossil fuels are oil and coal. Those are two of the most common ones. Okay. So oil here, another one. Oil is gasoline. Gasoline's another kind of fossil fuel, right? So that's a kind of oil. So fossil fuel, they say fossil fuel. Why do they say fossil fuel? Because it comes from the ground. It comes from the ground. From many, many, many years ago, through a process, the fossil fuels are made in the ground and we take them out. Okay, so they're called fossil fuels. Oil, coal, and gasoline, these are fossil fuels. So fossil fuels in English, it's another word for these kinds of products: oil, coal, and gasoline. All right, let's continue. Let me have Hirong, number 4, carbon dioxide, CO2. You can pronounce that CO2. Do you think it's A, colorless gas breathed out by people and animals, or B, gas used to produce power in cars, trucks, etc.? Which one do you think is the right answer?
Gas used to B, product power in car.
Okay, so the gas that we put in a car, when we say gas, like gas, it's gasoline gas. That's this kind of gas. Like if I say put gas in my car, what I mean is gasoline. So it's a different word. So gasoline, this is actually a little tricky word, a little tricky to understand in English. I'm going to write it out for you. So gasoline and gas, these are different things, okay? And then we have this kind of gas. So gasoline, here, this is oil for your car.
It's a petrol.
Yeah,
The
petrol.
liquid.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Now this kind of gas is the kind of like chemistry substance.
Breathing gas.
Yeah. This is the gas like that we breathe.
Like oxygen and carbon dioxide. We
That's
take
right.
oxygen and then breathe out carbon dioxide. That gas.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah. So this gas that comes out or in. Okay. And this is not a material. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can, but usually you cannot see it. Okay, it's in the air, like air. Okay, like air. Now gas, if I say to you, put gas in my car, I don't mean this gas. I don't mean the kind that I breathe. I mean gas like gasoline. So this in English, this is something special to specifically American English. Like in other parts, some of you guys come from countries where maybe you learn British English and they say things like petrol, right? But in America, we don't say petrol, okay?
Yes.
We say just gas or gasoline, same meaning. But the gas that we're talking about here, carbon dioxide, this gas is this gas,
Yes.
okay? It's not the same as the gas in your car. So actually the answer for carbon dioxide is A.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's colorless gas breathed out by people and by animals. So it's not something that we can see. Okay, it's
From
what comes.
the car, take out the emission.
The emissions is carbon dioxide.
Is CO2.
That's correct. That's correct. The emissions is CO2. But when we say the gas to produce power is not CO2, this is what comes out after we use the power. So you put the gasoline in the car, and then the motor runs.
So this
and
gas is main oil.
Exactly, correct. But this gas, so gas is oil. The power, so let me show you. So let me be more clear. For B, they're talking about oil. For B, okay? For A, they're talking about cooking gas. Like
cooking gas is CO2.
Cooking gas is like CO2, right? But for your car, it's different. For your car, we use gasoline, right? The oil. Okay, very good. All right, so let's clear that. Let's make some room. Let's go down. All right. Bindu, for number 5, gases, which one would you choose, A or B?
Air-like substances. Gases. I'm little confused. Hot air or air-like substances? I think air-like substances.
I think you're right too. That's the correct answer. Yeah, because hot air is, some gases
Simple
are not hot.
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be anything, right? So yeah, air-like substance. You're right. So for 5B, yes, B is the
Something
correct answer.
something in air.
That's right. Something in the air. Okay, good. Sarah, I'll have you do the next one, please. Go ahead, unmute, Sarah. So number 6, please. Emissions. What do you think the right answer is for that, Sarah?
Emissions is A. Substance that are sent out into the air.
That's right. Good job. Emissions are substance that's sent out into the air. So emissions are like the carbon dioxide, the gas that goes into the atmosphere. Okay, very good. Rosa, number 7. What do you think the answer is, Rosa, for number 7?
Link the effects on something, connection, holding two things together. I'm not sure, teacher. Link.
That's okay.
I think it's an effect of something.
Okay, so link is actually the key for link. Another word for link is this, connection.
Connection.
Yeah, link means connection. Two things together. Two things together. So link is a connection. Okay. All right, very good. Anusha, number 8, evidence, please. What do you think the right answer is?
Information that provides something.
Yeah, that proves something.
Proves something.
That's right. Yeah, information that proves something. That's right. So evidence is information that proves something. Very good. Okay, Hirong, number 9. You pronounce that word energetic. What do you think the right answer is?
Energetic, powerful.
Yeah, good. Energetic is powerful. There you go. So something that's powerful, energetic. Very good. You guys are doing really well. Let's clear this. Let's make a little room. Let's go down. Okay, now Bindu, I'm going to have you help me with 10. This word you pronounce adapt. Adapt. What do you think the right answer is?
Can I read both of this?
Please, go ahead. Please do.
Adapt, to change something to be used in a different way, to move something so that it is closer to something else, to change something. I think A.
Yeah, A is the right answer. Very good. Yeah. So adapt is to change something to be used in a different way. That's right. Very good. To change something to be used in a different way. So when we adapt to something, we change. The key word for adapt is change.
Change.
When you adapt, you change. You change. Okay, very good. Nice job, guys. Okay, so now all these words here, why are we studying these words? We're going to see these words in the reading that we're going to do. So we're going to do a little bit of a reading activity together. Okay, so let's do this on the next page. All right, so before we start reading, what we're going to do is we're going to do this in a special way. All right, so let's go ahead and set this up. So what I want you guys to do is go ahead, take out a piece of paper, please. Go ahead and take out a piece of paper. I'm going to get my paper out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a chart. We're going to make our T chart for notes. For notes. Okay, so I'm going to show you my paper as we do this together, and we're gonna make a T chart. So I'm going to change my screen just a little bit so you guys can see the paper and what my paper should look like. So let me flip my screen around. Okay, very good. So here, guys, we're going to make a T chart like that. So you guys can look at my screen, look at my Zoom screen here. Okay, there you go. So it looks like a T. Do you see my paper like that? Get a piece of paper out, make a T, and then we're going to write some things on it. So on the top left, we're going to write main ideas like this. Main ideas. Okay, so we're going to write that on the top left. Main ideas. On the right, the top right, we're going to write details. Details, like that. Details. So we have our main ideas and we have our details here. Details. All right. And now what we're going to do is they've already helped us with some of the information here. So we're going to take some of this information and we're going to put it down. So I'm just going to write this piece by piece and show you what I'm writing. And I want you to make your paper look just like mine. Make your paper look just like mine. So we're just going to write this part down right here. I'm going to write climate change because that's what we're studying. It's the topic of this unit. Climate changing. Let's write that down like this. Climate changing. Everyone can see my paper. Are you guys still there? Okay, and then the next thing we're going to write is CO2 equals carbon dioxide. CO2 equals, that's equal sign, carbon dioxide. Okay, so like this. What is CO2? It's carbon dioxide. So just make your paper look like mine. Look at my screen, write down, just do it exactly like I'm doing it here. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll down and see how you guys are doing. Good, okay. All right, very good. Now let's do this last one. Last one is CO2. Biggest effect, most important to decrease. So let's write that down.
फोन तो कर लो।
Most important to the little. Okay, so just write that down, what I have there. All right, very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the other side. We're going to do the detail side now. Write this down. So we're going to make this on the same line on the top right here, the same first section. We're going to put that down, what I just highlighted. Humans put gases into atmosphere. Humans puts fear, like this. Humans put gases into atmosphere. Humans put gases into atmosphere. Okay, let's do the second line on details. It says before 1900, that's the year 1900, 270 to 280 ppm. ppm means parts per million. That's the amount of carbon dioxide. So I wrote before 1900, colon, 2 dots, 270 to 280 ppm. Before 19, yeah, parts per million.
Parts per million.
That's right. So ppm, parts. That's how we talk about gas.
Okay.
ppm, parts per million. Okay, and now we're going to put the last note right here. It says now 408 ppm. So a lot more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now 408 ppm, parts per million. Now 408 ppm. Okay, so now we have the first little bit of our notes here. We're going to do a reading activity. We're going to read, and we're going to write down notes based upon what we read. So this gives us an idea of how to do it. Part of it is already done for us. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to read this, and we're going to add to our notes. We're going to add to our notes.
Teacher,
Yes, Rosa.
can you repeat the definition, or what is the name PPW?
Yeah, ppm. ppm. So I'll write it here on the screen for you. So
yeah, is there?
ppm means parts per million.
Per million. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure, of course. Okay, very good. So let's clear this. All right, now I'm going to set up I'm going to change the screen for a moment. We're going to go to our notes here, because as we write down our notes, I'm going to write notes on the screen here to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. So I'm going to make a little table. Let's do that again. There we go. Okay, and we have our main ideas, and we have our details. And as we continue, as we read, I'm going to put the new information that we write down here, so it's easier for you guys to see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of reading, and we're going to take notes. So we're going to write down the main ideas and the details. Now remember, main idea means the big idea, the big picture, and the details is the small information. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how to find the main ideas and the details as we read. Okay, so I'm gonna have different people to read different paragraphs. Anusha, I'm gonna have you start. So Anusha, what's the title of this article?
Global climate change.
Okay, so if the title is global climate change, Anusha, what do you think they're gonna talk about in the article?
I think they're going to talk about how that the climate is changing and what's the problem of that.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. So how the climate is changing and what's the problem with that? That's great. Okay, so let me make this a little bit bigger so it's easier for you guys to read. And then I'm going to have you guys read different paragraphs, and then we're going to take notes on the paragraphs. Okay, so I'll help you guys with read this. So Anusha, go ahead, read the first paragraph.
Increasing temperatures in the atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is made up of gases. Some are warm and some are cool. These gases have always been there and are important because the balance of these cooling and warming gases keeps our weather comfortable and livable. Over the past 50 years, scientists have discovered that the atmosphere is getting hotter because more warming gases are being released, which is changing the balance of warm and cool gases.
Yeah, very nice. Good job. Okay, so we already have a little bit of this information in our notes, so we don't have to take notes on this. It says we wrote in our main ideas here, climate is changing. And that's what this is talking about. That's the main idea of this paragraph. And then it says the problem or the detail here is that humans are putting more temperature in here. The atmosphere is getting hotter because more gases are being released. That's because of the people. So humans are putting, the detail here, humans are putting gases into the atmosphere. All right, now let's look at the second paragraph here, okay? And Hiram, can I have you unmute? Okay, I'm gonna help you with this paragraph here. I'm gonna have you read it, but then I'll help you with pronunciation as you go through it. Okay, so go ahead and give this one a try. And the way you can pronounce this, just so you know, it's carbon dioxide, and then after that you pronounce that CO2. That's the short way of saying carbon dioxide, CO2. Okay, go ahead and read that, Hiram, and we'll talk about it.
Okay. Carbon dioxide, CO2, is an example of warming gas. The atmosphere needs some CO2 to prove the balance to
Hold on one sec. Slow down. So this word provide.
To provide a balance to the cold gases. CO2 is released naturally through humans and animals breathing as we breathe in oxygen and breathe out.
Yeah, this word you can pronounce. Yeah, you pronounce this word oxygen.
Oxygen and break out CO2. However, it is also released through the burning of fossil fuels.
You pronounce this word fuels.
For fossil fuels like coal and gasoline. 100 years ago, before humans began driving cars and increasing factory production, carbon dioxide connected for about 275.
Hold on one sec. So these words, you can say them together. The way you can pronounce it is accounted for.
Accounted for about 275 parts per million ppm of all atmospheric gas.
Good.
Today, the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere is approximately.
Yeah, you can pronounce this word approximately.
Approximately 408 ppm. This increase in CO2 emissions has affected the balance of.
Hold on one sec. This word pronounced affected.
Has affected the balance of warm and cold gases. And now the atmosphere is getting hotter. As the atmosphere gets hotter, it also becomes thicker, making it different for these warming gases to escape. This means the warming gases are trapped in our atmosphere, where they will continue to increase temperatures.
Good, nice job, very good. Okay, you guys are doing really well. Okay, so now let's look at what's happening here. So we already have our notes for this too. So let's look at what we wrote down. So this is already given to us. So here, the main idea is that CO2, what is CO2? It's carbon dioxide. Okay, and CO2, it says, is the biggest effect, most important to decrease. This is the biggest problem with climate change is CO2. And we talked about that already. Some of you guys already knew that. So CO2 is the biggest problem with climate change. Now, what's the detail here? It says that before 1900, there was 270, 280 ppm of carbon dioxide. But now, more than 100 years later, there's 408 ppm, a lot more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So this is saying that it's more dangerous now because there's more carbon dioxide. So now when we read the next paragraph, we don't have the notes for it. So we're gonna have to write notes as we read the paragraph. So let's do that right now. Okay, Bindu, you're gonna be next, please. So if you can read this one, changing climate. If you could read that paragraph, please.
Okay. As the atmosphere is getting hotter, the temperature on the planet is increasing as well. This rise in temperatures is causing big changes across the global changes, which are evidence that the climate has been affected. Nearly all climate scientists agree that the link between higher level of atmosphere CO2 and the increase in global temperatures is connected to human activity. They predict that even if we can greatly reduce CO2 emissions, temperatures will continue to rise for at least another 100 years.
Good, nice job, very good. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to find the main idea and the detail. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a skill here. So in general, the way to find the main idea is you look at the first sentence of the paragraph. You look at the first sentence of the paragraph.
As the atmosphere,
So what does the first sentence here tell us?
as the atmosphere is getting hotter, the temperature on the planet is increasing as well.
Good. So now what I'm going to do, when I take notes, we don't have to write the whole sentence, but we want to take the main idea out of the sentence. So I'm going to show you one way to write this. So I'm going to go to my notes. So I'm going to write here. I'm going to write on my screen now, and I want you guys to write it on your paper. Okay. So on the screen, under main ideas, I want you guys to write this. So we're going to say, atmosphere is getting hotter. And then we're going to say that temperature is increasing. Temperature increasing. So that's what you guys are going to write that down. So that's the main idea right here. Okay, so go ahead and write that down. So the atmosphere is getting hotter. The temperature is increasing. So I just took notes. So what that means is I don't have to write the whole sentence, but I want to communicate the main idea of the sentence. When you write an essay or something, we have to write full sentences. But when we take notes, you just want to make sure you have the information. You don't have to write a complete sentence. Okay, good. So that's the main idea. Now we need to find the detail. So let's look at this again. So the main idea is always the first sentence. Now the detail is somewhere inside the rest of this, and there's a lot of detail, but I don't want you to find all the detail. I just want you to pick one detail. One detail is plenty. Okay, so Bindu, what's one detail from the part that I highlighted that you can choose?
Higher level of atmosphere carbon dioxide and the increase in global temperature is connected to human activities.
Good, nice job. Okay, so that's great. So now let's take that, let's make it a little bit shorter. So we're going to take some of the information you chose, and we're going to shorten it a little bit. So we can say higher CO2 connected to human activity. So this is what we're going to write here. So here I'm going to show you what to write. So we're going to write higher CO2 connected to human activity. There we go. And now that paragraph is complete. So you guys can write that down, please. Just what I have here. And just like that, that's what we're going to do for each paragraph. I'll have you guys read the paragraph. We'll find the main idea and we'll find one detail. All right, very good. Let's do the next one. Okay, so now the next one's going to be, we're going to do this first one, effects of climate change. Okay, so Rosa, are you there, Rosa?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. Okay, Rosa, I'm going to have you read this one here. It says effects of climate change, this one that I'm highlighting, and I'll help you read it. Go ahead and try.
Yes, effect of climate change. As Earth's temperatures continue to rise, the changes to our climate will become more and more severe. We can expect
Hold on
more
one sec. Wait one sec. Rosa, this word you can pronounce severe.
severe. Okay.
Severe means more strong.
Okay. Okay. Severe. We can expect more examples of energy weather
Weather.
weather because strangers oh yeah, I know, because stronger storms will bring heavy winds, floods, and massive dangers to cities and towns around the world. They will also cause many injuries and deaths. Not only will summers be longer and hotter than ever before, winters will bring record-breaking low temperatures. People living in parts of the world most affected by extreme heat and cold may struggle to adapt. Consequently, in order to survive, these people will have to move to areas with more stable climates.
Yeah, nice job. Very good, Rosa. Okay, so now let's find the main idea and detail. So let's look at the first sentence right here. So Rosa, what do you think in the first sentence? What is the main idea?
So the temperatures continue rises and then affect the climate because it's more and more severe.
That's right, more and more severe. Yeah, very good. So let's put that down. So let's make some notes here. So now we're gonna make some notes for this paragraph. So we're gonna say, as temperatures rise, weather will be more severe. So you guys can write it down. So as temperatures
Teacher, your voice is breaking. Is that
Your voice is breaking.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
yes, teacher?
Not clear.
Not clear, teacher. Where are you? Bindu,
Yes.
you have a beautiful hair. Everybody,
What?
but I see your hair is long and beautiful.
Thank you, because I made a hair oil. I make a hair oil for long hair.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
My daughter has very long, I think more longer than you.
Yeah, I'm growing it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. But you has little curly. She's
Straight.
straight.
Okay.
Yes.
When I wash it, then its curl comes.
Yeah. I wish always I want to. I dream I have one day my hair like same to you, but or my daughter, but never grow up. Oh, it's grow up very slow. I think it's like depend how it's eating, how's we eating.
You know, my last few years, I have a short hair like this. Now I am growing it.
Mm. You put some vitamins or something like talking because teacher is gone, right?
Yeah, you know, I make my own hair with the herbs and everything. And then I give to my friends to try it, and they try it, and their hair will strong and um, grow
Yeah.
fast.
Oh, can you
I
tell
do
us?
hair treatments at home with
Oh,
herbal treatment.
yeah. Can you tell us? Can you share us
Yes,
how what I do it?
you can give me your number.
Okay, 562
562
324
324
9008.
9008.
Thank you, Bindu.
We read the next sentence.
We don't have it. I don't have it.
You don't have a paper?
No.
No paper?
No, you has a paper. You can
Yes,
share
I
with us.
have a paper.
Okay, you can share.
I read that.
Yes.
Effects of climate change. As Earth's temperature continues to rise, the changes to our climate will become more and more severe. We can expect more examples of energetic weather because stronger storms will bring heavy winds, floods, and massive damage to cities and towns around the world. They will also cause many injuries and deaths. Not only will summers be longer and hotter than ever before, winters will bring record-breaking low temperature. People living in parts of the world most affected by extreme heat and cold may struggle to adapt. Consequently, in order to survive, these people will have to move to areas with more stable climate. Who wants to read on next
The rising
sentence?
temperatures driving Earth's ecosystems past a point of no return.
We can't go back. There is no path backwards. Every year,
Rosa?
damages are worse.
Teacher?
We have promising technologies
Rosa, where is sir?
within our
Yeah,
grasp.
he tried
But
to
are
put
we reaching far enough?
movie.
We have to have
And
mission-
who is that other girl?
If we stop emitting
Okay,
CO2,
hold on.
we still
It's
have
me?
the CO2 we've already
And
emitted.
that another lady?
We're building a new toolkit
I
to
don't know.
ensure a process.
Oh, what's me?
And no, the another lady just read that paragraph. Who is
Yeah.
she?
Who has a paper?
Nobody.
Nobody?
No, because we don't have printers. So I tried to find on classwork, but I can't find it. I found it the video. The video. You see my video?
Yes.
You see the video, Bindu?
Yes.
So okay. I don't know where I found the paper. So can you continue reading for us?
It's okay. Okay, next sentence is the increasing temperature are already causing the melting of glaciers.
But I can't see the paper. Excuse me.
But I cannot, I don't
Sharing.
have a camera. That's why.
No, where did you get this paper? Where did you get this paper?
Where did you get my paper? I printed.
Yes.
I printed
She
that
printed,
paper.
okay.
Bindu,
Yes.
We can get in classrooms, class work.
Guys, listen, can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
teacher, but we can see you.
Rosa, I can see you, but I can't see anybody else.
Yeah, I see Hiram. Hiram, you are quiet. you have the paper, Hiram?
No, I didn't print out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she print out.
Yeah.
Can I continue?
Yes, you
Who,
can.
who is changing the screens?
Oh, it's when you're talking. When you're talking, the motions is coming to change the
First.
screen. So who's reading? What is your name? What is her name?
Sarah.
Sarah, you continue reading for us.
Okay. Okay. The increasing temperature are already causing the melting of glacier, which is resulting in rising sea levels. This is a catastrophic effect that threatens islands and coastal areas across the globe. Along with problems of too much water in some parts of the world, other parts will experience the exact opposite, not enough water. High temperatures combined with long periods of no rains will create drought, causing terrible problems like fires. Hotter temperatures will also affect agricultural production, which could cause global food shortages and famine, which is an extreme lack of food causing death. Clearly, the issue of climate change is very serious, and we all must do our part to slow it before it is too late. Teachers, come.
So
Teacher is coming.
it's coming?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
me too. I don't see that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher, but we can see you. You're not in the screen.
Me?
Yeah, not see you. Where are you?
We don't see you.
Teacher, you're hiding with us.
Only see some of you.
Your
No.
voice is breaking.
Continue.
Yes, you can continue. Sarah, your name is Sarah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher. We hear you.
Yeah, you guys can
Yes, but
hear me? Okay.
I
All
hear
right.
you, but your voice
Okay.
is breaking.
And then your camera is not working, teacher, because we don't see you.
The screen.
Teacher?
Can you guys
No,
see
you try,
the
teacher.
screen?
No. Teacher, you think we disconnect with you and then reset again?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, I'm disconnected
Okay,
with you. Everybody, I think I think we disconnect with them and then with him and then coming connected again.
What?